joining us here on 2K Sports for the NBA. We're all dressed up and ready to go with Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony alongside. I'm Kevin Harlan at the table, and from the sidelines, it's our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup, we got Anthony Edwards. Keith is out there with Rudy Gobert, and it's prime time, and it's Walker in at the small forward. And for the Grizzlies, the forwards for him, Bane and Jackson. Wells is out there with Morant, and it's Edey in at the 5 spot. Well, Greg, we know tonight marks the end of the year, the calendar year, but we're still in the thick. NBA season.
No doubt, Kevin. And for teams that aren't doing as well, this is a good opportunity to reset. Leave all your troubles in last year and usher in the new one with a new mindset.
Here's primetime, nailed from three-point land.
3.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
Now here's Morant. Gobert with the defensive effort. Here's primetime. He tries for 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. Now here's Wells. Pass to Morant. Outside, Bane. Three-pointer. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Shoots a 3, and that drops in from beyond the arc. Three-pointer from Primetime. Primetime's got 6. The Grizzlies off to a slow start. 6-point game. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
Boy, they looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention. Yeah, it was rough.
And the Timberwolves with possession here after Memphis gets the 3. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Wells passes to Morant. The 3. The shot by Wells, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Even dating back to his high school days, Desmond Bane was overlooked as a prospect.
Yeah, he wasn't even ranked by any major recruiting services. That just lets you know that the scouts don't always get it right. Then he fell to the 30th pick in the 2020 draft. He's made a lot of teams regret passing on him.
First team foul.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Jackson.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
Primetime's shot is good. 10 points for him.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Pass to Edey. Memphis moving that ball around. Jackson kicks to Bane. Now here's Morant for 3. It's hauled in by Edwards. Minnesota leading by 7. Here's Walker. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Is their offense already in a flow? Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
And here's Morant. This game he had 28 points. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
This is the productive play Morant delivers, and the team works hard to facilitate them for him.
Here's Primetime, guarded by Morant. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. You take a look at New York. They slide down to the third spot, trying not to slide any further.
Well, right now for Minnesota, they were projected to be one of, if not the best team in our league, and thus far, they have not disappointed.
On the wing, Walker, guarded by Bane. Gobert, great positioning on the putback.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The Grizzlies trail by 9. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Sometimes Morant just makes this look effortless. He's such a gifted passer.
And Minnesota has possession following the score by Memphis.
He's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Here's Edie. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Jackson misses. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Keith passes to Primetime. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Bane with it, picked up by Edwards. Bane, no good. Timberwolves leading by 11. Pass to Keith. To the inside, Primetime. It's in and good for a 6th field goal at 10 attempts.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
I'm sure Coach is going to give them an earful about that. He can't be happy with that soft interior D.
The Grizzlies with some changes. Santi Aldama's checked in for Edie. G.G. Jackson comes in for Bane. And it's Patterson in for Wells. Minnesota also with a sub. McDaniels, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Now here's Patterson. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
They set a physical tone early on, and they're being rewarded for their efforts.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Morant with it. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, with how explosive John Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Plays with some changes. Edie's checked in for Jackson. Bane comes in for Santi Aldama. And Wells is subbed in for Patterson. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gobert's checked in for Eubanks. Keith comes in for McDaniels. Walker's checked in for Edwards. And Primetime subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Rudy Gobert is out there with Keith. Then it's Dillingham. Then it's Walker. And it's Primetime in at the point guard. Great, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
In an era where so many point guards are three-point shooters, Ja Morant, you know what? This man is built different. He's more of a throwback. Ja wants to apply pressure by driving, not shooting threes.
The Grizzlies trail by 20. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Pass to Edie. On the wing, Jackson. Guarded by Keefe. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's prime time missing. So for the Timberwolves, their last game, a win against Washington. Bain. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. In the corner, Dillingham with it. Driving to the basket from beyond the arc, and he nails the 3. Nice shot from beyond the arc there from primetime.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Just taking what the defense gives them. Morant keeping it simple on offense. I love it.
Here's Dillingham. He had 15 points last outing.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Now Morant, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And here's a look at numbers for prime time. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. Tops in scoring. And don't forget about his hounding, frenetic defensive play. 3rd in the league in steals per game.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. Well, primetime in the last game against the Wizards put on a show. He dropped in 36 points, and he got lots of great looks. He's shooting it at a high clip. The level he played at in that one was incredible. Now, he always wants to play his best against their rivals, and to say the least, mission accomplished. Guys?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste. His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
There's the lob to the hoop.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Dillingham, no good.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
To the middle. Here's Edie. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Timberwolves leading by 19. Morant with the steal.
Hey, yo, right here.
Rudy Gobert with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Shots good by Walker. Walker's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And Walker with the size and strength to straight up move you out of his way.
Wells kicks to Bain. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And this is the type of game you just throw away as a player. He has yet to score a point and looks completely flustered.
Prime time's shot is good.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Bain with it, defended now by Dillingham. It's good.
Powerful move by a power guard, Bain.
Minnesota calls timeout. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
The bench production was huge, no doubt. A testament to how well prepared this coaching staff is for these tough road games.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Holiday's checked in. Prime time, the pass to Holiday. Walker in the corner. Over to the wing. Here's prime time. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they fell to the Wolves.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
If they can clean up the turnovers and make better decisions, it should be a much closer game this time around.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
The enthusiasm they've brought to their defense so far is something else. Going after shooters and really hustling to get their hands on shots.
Another thing they've done well is push the tempo. They're running the floor and converting on the fast break.
Swiped away. Fast break, Minnesota. Edey with the rebound.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
The shot by Wells, no good. And Walker's got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points.
3 points.
The Grizzlies shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. And Morant throws it down.
Let me just say this. You're going to want to put some extra tape on your ankles if you've got to guard Ja Morant because his handle is on a string.
Here's primetime. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 3 assists in the game. The Grizzlies shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively. Now a timeout called by Memphis. One guy has been getting it done is primetime.
They have to come up with a new wrinkle defensively because he is killing them from deep.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. The Timberwolves on top, just dominating this one. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. Really an incredible game from primetime.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
And I like that they had the confidence in him to keep calling his number.
The forwards for him, Bain and Jackson. Morant is out there with Wells, and it's Edey in at the center. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Here's Edwards. An easy 2 points on the layup. Edwards got 13 points.
Agile move off the contact by Edwards, getting to his shot despite the difficult defense.
And then Morant slams it in.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Number 19.
Primetime's shot is good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Number 19.
And we always talk about getting good looks. Here's who's doing the best of it in the NBA. Second is Anthony Edwards.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
And we talk a lot about Morant's athleticism and skill, but what stands out for me is his effort and intensity that he plays with.
Minnesota leading by 23. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Here's primetime, guarded by Morant. And it's primetime missing. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And another miss by Memphis.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Edwards dishes to Gobert. Back to Edwards. Hits the three-point bomb. 16 points for him.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
Now here's Morant for 3. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Number
Oh,
19.
Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. He takes it in. No good on the shot. Gobert with the defensive effort. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Primetime, and the layup's good off the glass. Primetime's got 4 points this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Morant finds Bain. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. And it's 7 points for Desmond Bain.
With all the points he gets on the perimeter, it's trouble for the D when Bain starts getting points inside.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. And it's Primetime missing.
Well, after the show he put on in the first half, you thought it would continue, but he's cooled off a little bit here now.
Bain, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Here's Primetime, and he's good on the 3 ball. Primetime's got 38 points.
And he knocked down 4 triples in the first half. You got to stay in his hip pocket.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. For Minnesota, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. G.G. Jackson, he's checked in for Bain. Minnesota also with the sub. Dillingham's checked in. You know, Richard, so many stars have done it. Any thoughts on a player asking for a trade with multiple years remaining on their contract?
If you're unhappy in any marriage, you should always get out. That is my opinion. Teams do it all the time. They'll sign a player to 5 years and then trade him in 2. So if a player is unhappy after 3 years of a 5-year contract, it's okay for him to request a trade, but continue to show up to work. That is my only request from the players.
Here's Primetime. Grizzlies making the shot. Jackson looking around. Another shot. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine.
19.
They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And also, got to be impressed with their interior play, getting it in the paint and figuring out ways to score.
Patterson, he's checked in for Memphis. Now here's Morant. 17 points in the game. Down low, Edey. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Assist goes to
Edey's got 10.
Wesley.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
Here's Primetime. Off target from outside.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Following the miss by Ja Morant. And he makes that one.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Now here's Morant. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. Here's Edey, guarded by Keefe, tries again. And another shot. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Walker's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Out to the right wing. Keefe against Morant. Here's Primetime. Off target from 3-point range. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And Patterson kicks to Wells. Back to Patterson. Five on the clock. Here's Edey, guarded by Walker. It's not going to go for him. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Santi Aldama's checked in for Memphis. McDaniels, he's checked in for Minnesota. 8 points for him. Some changes for Memphis. Jackson, he's checked in for Edey. Bain comes in for Santi Aldama. And Wells is subbed in for Patterson. So on the floor for Minnesota, they've got prime time. Drew Eubanks out there with Walker. And it's Holiday in at the two-guard spot.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Here's Morant. Primetime grabs the board. Primetime's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And it's Morant with the rebound. Morant's got his 6th rebound on the night. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Shots good by Shannon.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Now here's Morant. Looking to end his cold spell. And then Morant slams it in.
He'll put you on your heels in a hurry. Morant slicing through the D.
Here's primetime. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Here's Holiday after Memphis gets the 3. Primetime's shot is good.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Morant outside. And then Morant slams it in.
And leave it up to Morant to put on a show. What a spectacular dunk.
To the paint, here's Primetime, and he drops it in from the low post.
The assist.
Primetime's got 48.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Morant passes to Jackson. Some people, RJ, have called for fewer regular season games. Could that help?
Absolutely not. If Kareem Abdul-Jabbar can take commercial flights and have to stay the night over and play 82 games, I think that the teams today can play 82 games.
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Memphis. On Friday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Saturday, they're off to Oklahoma City to face off with the Thunder.
And, you know, these guys want to really pick up some steam here, and it's been a rough go for them lately. At home, on the road, has been tough. We'll see if this upcoming road trip is any different.
And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. That sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them. Here's Primetime. And again.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Morant outside. And he comes up with the deuce. Morant's got 13 points in the second half.
Closer in. Look, let me just tell you, Morant, he's going to find a way to score. He just has such a fantastic touch around the rim.
And there it is for him. 54 points for prime time.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
Tipped away. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Shannon. And they will call over the back on the play.
His 4th personal foul. We'll see how the coaching staff handles this.
Some changes for Memphis. Zach Collins comes in for Jackson. And it's Ty Jerome in for Morant. Gobert, he's checked in for Minnesota. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Timberwolves ball.
Yeah, another miscalculation. They are really their own worst enemy right now. It's why they find themselves way behind.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Aldama's checked in. Here's Primetime. Off the mark and a bad shot there. Memphis is going to disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. And that one is good from Jerome.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Minnesota shooting inefficient, 53% from the field. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Pass to Bain. RJ, what have you noticed about the young players that enter the NBA today?
Unfortunately, the NBA is now tasked with teaching players how to play basketball. The NBA wasn't a teaching league 20 years ago. Now it is. A lot of players are spending their first, second, and even third year learning how to play basketball. That was not always the case. They used to go to college and play for Hall of Fame coaches for 4 years. Not just a scorer. Bain is willing to set up others and does a very good job of it.
Holiday, the pass to Primetime. Here's Eubanks. Inside, here's Primetime. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Primetime's got 58.
Nice feed inside. Saw the play develop and hit him right when he needed to.
Here's Jerome, guarded by Holiday. Fires the three. The shot by Wells, no good. It's been all Timberwolves. There's the pass to Eubanks. Here's Primetime. Another bucket. Wow! 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Jackson looking around. No good. Shot missing. Gobert with the defensive effort. To the paint. Here's Primetime. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line
That
for the
free throw
Timberwolves.
missing. And the Grizzlies with some changes.
2 shots.
Edie's checked in for Desmond Bain. And it's Patterson in for Wells. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Edwards is checked in. And the second free throw, good. Well, a lot of former NBA players have a hard time, RJ, giving credit to current NBA stars. Why do you think that is?
I think so quickly we don't hold next generations to the same standard as prior generations. I don't get into all of that stuff about who is better and who is greater. I just focus on the growth of the game.
Minnesota's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Timberwolves.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Primetime.
He came up with a bucket every time they needed him to. Great effort on offense, and he was a difference maker.
Here's Patterson. Gets a very good look and converts. 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Primetime. Pass to Eubanks. Pass to Primetime. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
It's a shame, really. If they had been playing like this last quarter, they might be in a different situation right now.
To the middle, 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It's hauled in by Edwards. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be. To be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's presentation on 2K Sports. So long.